You are responsible for your health and safety and that of everyone around you, whether you're an employer, employee or self-employed. Agriculture has a very poor record for killing and injuring people that work in it. If you're involved in an incident, it will result in pain and suffering for you and your family and financial loss for the business. Anyone working in agriculture should be trained and competent for the job they've got to do. Remember, good health and safety is part of an efficient modern business.
Thanks for watching this training video. It will help keep you and the potatoes safe and undamaged. Remember, your company has safety responsibilities for you. You have safety responsibilities for yourself and your fellow workers. Familiarity and fatigue can cause accidents. No job is worth risking an injury for. This module, Safe Potato Induction, is designed for individual and group supervised use. Just follow the on-screen instructions. This module raises awareness of general health and safety issues. This is the minimum that any person working in the potato industry should view. This includes owners, directors, managers, supervisors and workers, regardless of full-time or part-time, seasonal or temporary status, and whether you're employed by farms, transport companies, contractors, potato stores and receiving staff. Almost one person a week is killed in the agricultural industry. Be aware of the hazards identified in this training. Hazard signs. Reduce machinery accidents. Avoid vehicle accidents. Prevent slips, trips and falls. Reduce manual handling injuries. Avoid chemical accidents. Prevent electrical deaths. Prevent drowning accidents. All farm staff should receive adequate instructions and training to ensure their health and safety at work. Staff should understand site rules and operating procedures and always follow safe systems of work. Do not operate machinery unless you are trained and authorized. Mobile phones have an emergency calls facility that may offer the user better network coverage. Dialing 112 will connect you directly to the emergency services. Mobile phones can be registered to enable emergency text messages to be sent to 112 emergency service. Farm owners and managers should consider enabling this facility. To reduce the number of accidents involving machinery, the machine should be safe and properly guarded, inspected and maintained properly, tested regularly, used in accordance with manufacturer's instructions, operated by trained workers, subject to formal risk assessments, display warning signs. Agricultural vehicles kill and injure people every year. To reduce the risks, make sure they are compliant with the relevant regulations and properly maintained, used by trained staff suitable for the jobs they undertake, fitted with guards and other safety devices, used with care to avoid injuring workers, members of the public or children. And finally, operated in accordance with relevant site rules and risk assessments. Slips, trips and falls frequently cause injuries. Therefore, keep work areas clean, dry and free from debris. Trailing cables should be safely routed to avoid creating a tripping hazard. Suitable non-slip footwear should be used. Work areas should be properly illuminated. Warning signs and safety barriers should be used to indicate dangers and provide safe routes. Handrails and non-slip surfaces will reduce risks on work platforms. Use safe means of access and take precautions against falls when working at height. Poor manual handling causes many injuries in agriculture. Manual handling tasks with a risk of injury should be subject to risk assessment, either avoided where possible or safe handling procedures worked out. Workers should be trained in safe manual handling techniques. Loads should be reduced as far as is practicable. Chemical accidents have the potential to be serious for workers, the public, the crop and the environment. Procedures for the storage, mixing and application, cleaning up and disposal of chemicals must be based on product safety sheets, risk assessments and good practices. All equipment, chemicals and facilities should be of the correct specification and condition for the intended use. Workers using chemicals must use appropriate PPE and be fully trained. Warning signs should identify areas and times of application. Irrigation water storage, such as storage lagoons or reservoirs, represent significant drowning hazards and may be particularly attractive to children. Locations should be securely fenced off with appropriate warning signage. Life-saving equipment should be installed, inspected, maintained, and easily accessible. Contact with electricity is potentially fatal, so only qualified personnel should work on electrical equipment. All electrical supplies, cables, controls and devices must be the correct specification, properly installed and regularly inspected, tested and maintained. Overhead electricity power lines across fields and yards are a significant hazard. Machines such as harvesters, tipping trailers and telehandlers can reach power lines. Risks can be reduced by planning and marking safe routes, displaying warning signs, and using safe systems of work. Thanks for watching. We hope it's been helpful to you. There is no test of understanding for this module, but we recommend that you keep a signed register of the people who have participated in this training.